Hello friends, how's it going? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Yan. I hope you're doing well. Yes, I'm not in the office, I'm not in the studio. I'm in my living room, and it's actually quite chaotic here in my living room because I've emptied my office and I'm redecorating. So this is kind of like a makeshift video. This is actually my office desk in my living room, and I'm using my other camera, which I use on my other YouTube channel, and my laptop. So different vibes, different aesthetic. Today we're speaking about the Conference League squad and Chris Jurasek leaving Chelsea, the Chelsea CEO, referencing the Chelsea website for the squad and the Athletic for the Chelsea CEO exit. Just quickly, I am redecorating my office. There's a reason for that. I do like the blue that's in there that you guys probably know well, but I don't think it's the greatest for filming. And also, I like having the blue light behind me, and a blue light on a blue wall isn't so good. So I'm going to go with a light neutral grey, and I'm actually going to, I've filled all the walls, and I'm going to redecorate like the Chelsea art and stuff like that, memorabilia stuff on the wall, because I was standing and presenting for a while, so all the stuff is up in the frame, and obviously now I'm back seated, you know, and I've got all the new tech stuff. It looks a bit weird, a bit high up, so I'm going to like rebuild the frame, and it should be a nice new backdrop. You know, sometimes it's just nice to cleanse, you know, completely gut out a room, start again, paint it. And obviously, because it's my office, there's just stuff everywhere. So it's just a good opportunity for me to sort of like cull a load of old cables and this, that and the other. So yeah, man. So we're going to be in here at least for today, maybe tomorrow as well. But from the recording, it looks like good quality. I'll have to see how OBS exports this. But on the screen, I look great, man. So yeah, okay, so no like subscribe widgets or transitions or anything at the moment on this laptop, so I'll just ask you to like and subscribe. Of course, we're on the road to 200,000 subscribers here on the channel, which is superb. And because we've got no fun gadgets to play with in transitions and stuff, I guess we'll just get straight into it. It's weird, like, by the way, I've got like all my stuff next to me, so this is, oh god, the camera that I film with usually in the office. Look at that bad boy lens. So I've got all around me, it's just scattered everywhere. All the tech. It's very expensive this. Oh my god, I'm breaking it. Am I breaking it? Do this. Right, Chelsea have announced their Europa League conference squad for the league phase. They call it the next stage, so it's the league phase, which is essentially like an extended group. And there's some interesting things here that many people are actually praising Chelsea about, basically certain admissions. So, the players listed in the squad are three goalkeepers, Sanchez, Jorgensen and Bergstrom. Interestingly, no Bettinelli. I'm guessing he will remain the third choice in the Prem. That means he probably won't travel, which is a little bit sad for him, Betts. He's one of the gang, Betts. He's one of the, you know, the boys, so it's a shame he doesn't get to go on the European tour. Who knows, maybe he'll be named in knockout phases, I don't know. I think probably Lucas Bergstrom's probably rated higher than Bettinelli, which is crazy, because he was the first team goalkeeper, Bettinelli, in a championship winning team, wasn't he, for Fulham? He got promoted playing as their first choice goalkeeper, and then just came to Chelsea and was immediately third choice. Probably got paid the same money and just doesn't have to work, so... you know, fair enough. Alright, so the defenders... Axel Disasi, Marc Cucurella, Tosin, Benoit Badiashile, Reece James, Malo Gusto and Renato Vega. Of course, admissions here, obviously, Ben Chilwell, not even trusted to be in the league phase. He's just not going to play for Chelsea. I don't know when the Greek and Turkish transfer window's shut. There's maybe another one. There might be like some other ones, but I don't think I think Ben Chilwell's going to go in January. I think he's going to be in the development squad. Not play for Chelsea, and then he will go in January, which is kind of sad. I was hoping there was a story that Mourinho's Fenerbahce was going to move for him, which I would really love. Mourinho coming to save Chilwell. Hashtag warm fuzzies. Of course, Levi Colwill is not listed. Levi Colwill's in like the backup B list because I think he's young enough. If you're young enough, you can be in a B list, which is like not in your main squad and you can be called upon. Of course, Levi Colwill, I know he like acts like a leader and a captain, but he's still very, very young. How old is he, like 20? Or something like that. But and also Wesley Fofana, who's not injured, he's not listed. Makes sense, guys. This is the group phase of the Conference League. If you look at the teams that we're playing, Badiashile and Disasi can't beat these man, then they are not worth a tenth of the money we paid for them. You want to cultivate the centre-back partnership of Colwill and Fofana together in the Premier League, highest level. You do not want them getting injured in some sort of far-away European game that, you should have won anyway. So, yes, Chelsea getting a lot of praise for that. Midfielders, there's similar sort of stuff here. So Enzo Fernandez has been chosen. Noni Madueke is being listed as a midfielder here and not a forward, because there are forwards. Actually, hold on. No, I suppose this is just in the list. I'm reading it as like defenders, midfielders, and attackers. Yeah, but it is kind of like that. Just oddly, Noni Madueke has been put in with the midfielders, which is strange, on the official Chelsea website. Carney Chukwuemeka has been listed in this squad, which is great news. Okay? So it's great news because he's a massively talented player. Enzo Maresca, the Chelsea manager, said he needs loads of games because he's insane. He's so talented. He recognises he is really good and he needs to play all the time. Obviously, he didn't get the loan, so hopefully he will be used. Perfect opportunity. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, not surprising. So Moises Caicedo and both Enzo Fernandez have been included, I guess. You bring in some of the big guns. Cesare Casadei also, like Carney Chukwuemeka, has been included. Biggest notable absentee here, of course, is Romeo Lavia, who looks like he's really suitable and appropriate for Enzo Maresca's Chelsea. But like Wesley Fofana, who's not been included here, they were out all last season with injury. You don't want to muck about with these kind of games. Keep them fit. Keep them, in their sort of rehabilitation plan of becoming reliable players again in terms of injury. So, of course, in terms of forwards, Pedro Neto, Mikhailo Mudryk, Joao Felix, Nicholas Jackson, Nkunku, Jadon Sancho, and Mark Gu, and of course Noni Madueke, who's in the midfielders, oddly. So, biggest absentee, of course, is Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, of course, has been withdrawn from the England squad due to muscle fatigue, apparently. So not an injury, muscle fatigue. So we should be pleased about that. Protecting the player, our star and our important player. Even if he'll feel frustrated that he's not going to be with England, he's kind of like in that bracket now where you're fine, you're safe. Everyone sees, literally, rival fans are cool. If you're an England fan but you're an Arsenal fan, you're like, yeah, cool up Cole Palmer. He scored. He's one of the stories of the Euros in the summer that he was underused. Kept coming on and making a great effect to every game he came on, having an effect in every game, and of course scored in the final as well. So it was on Southgate really that he underused him. And of course with Lee Carsley, the new manager, he knows all about Cole. He played him. He won in his under-21 side in the previous development Euros. It's more Noni Madueke that doesn't want to miss up on this opportunity because it's his first senior call-up. So he hasn't been withdrawn. And I can see my cat, because I'm facing my window, I can see my cat just there. 1 second. There you go, I've just opened my window and she's jumped in. Hello! Noni Madueke, he doesn't want to miss this opportunity. This is like his time to be a senior England international, but Cole is totally safe. Player B list, like I said, this is, I believe, the players of a certain age, born after a certain year, that can be brought in as like a backup squad. Levi Colwill, so he fits into that. Obviously, he's got less fitness issues than Wesley Fofana. Do you want to say hello? Meow, meow, meow. Right, let's put you down because you are wet. Josh Chimpong, of course, highly rated. Keanu Deere, Tyreek George, massively rated by the new Chelsea manager. Harrison McCown? And Max Merrick. Yes, so I am really looking forward to the league phase. Actually really looking forward to this competition. Hopefully we can get some high scores and some teams who are much better than, and not be losing to Safet away. Alright, let me just shut my window. Alright, so we're back. So that is the squad for the league phase of the Europa League Conference. So sensible from Chelsea, leaving out, Fofana, Lavia, Palmer, and adding people like Carney Chukwuemeka. So we are going to see him play, hopefully. Alright, so Trumi and Johnson of The Athletic have wrote about the Chelsea CEO stepping down. Chris Jurasek, let's read. Chelsea Chief Executive Chris Jurasek has left the club a little more than a year a little more than a year after his appointment as a part of a reshuffle of management operations at Stamford Bridge. Jurasek, who has also served as an operating executive at Clearlake Capital, of course the private equity firm that owned the majority stake in Chelsea, for more than a decade. So he's the guy for Clearlake. He arrived in May 2023. Remember Tom Glick? We hardly knew ye. The club's former president of business stepped down from his post. So, excuse me, different names, different titles, different people, in and out. We'll get it right eventually, hopefully. In place, of course, Jurasek, the management team to run all of Chelsea's non-sporting operations will be led by Jason Gannon, the former managing director of SoFi Stadium, who was appointed the COO at Chelsea in October 2023. He has been given a new title of President and Chief Operating Officer. I might just give myself a new title here at Football Therapy. Chief Executive Officer, Operations, Media, President, Chief. That's me. In a statement on Chelsea's website announcing the changes, Jurasek said this, quote, "I'm incredibly proud to have led this historic football club into its next chapter. We have accomplished the task of building both on and off the pitch. That means the club is well positioned for long-term success." I'm sorry, I'm on my laptop and it's got the emojis on. Can I do peace? Yep, okay. Oh, great. It really undermines everything seriously you're saying, isn't it? Like... I'm trying to get it, like, if you accidentally go, like, put your hand like this. I won't do it now for the joke! Come on! Oh, anyway, I can't do my joke now. Stupid friggin' OBS. Look, what I mean, we've built on and off the pitch. I mean, there has been stuff built off the pitch. People have joined. Certainly players have joined. I'd argue, I mean, are we well positioned for success? It's too early to say, I think. He goes on to say, "I've got complete confidence in Jason," which is the former COO, or he's still the COO. He's just the guy leading the team, and the executive leadership team that was built, and I'm thankful to have played a part in its establishment. Co-controlling owners Todd Bowley and Bedadi Bali and Jose E. Feliciano said, quote, "We would like to express our gratitude to Chris for taking on this role. He's an outstanding executive, a fact that is underlined by the talent team formed in his tenure. We are pleased to announce Jason Gannon has been promoted to President and COO of CFC and will be leading our accomplished management team on a day-to-day basis." How accomplished is this team, guys? Jason's unique combination of talent, experience, strategic vision will drive the club forward as we work to achieve our ambitions on and off the pitch. It's always on and off the pitch, isn't it? On and off the pitch. Jesus, this is long on articles. Alright, I won't read all this. Look, COO Chris Jurasek is gone. And they replaced him with the Happy Fun Gang and a guy called... I don't know who any of these men are. Okay, so I remember the appointment of Chris Jurasek. We know he's the guy for Clearlake. And look, he's clearly very good at what he does. Okay, people need to remember, whether or not you endorse the ownership, I mean, everyone can accept there's been a lot of mistakes made, and even if they want to front load pain and there's teething issues and all this kind of stuff, it's not been successful so far. They might argue success has come in changing the squad how they want it to, bringing down the wage and age, bringing in a holistic profile that would go both Strasbourg and Chelsea. There's a lot of stuff, again, that I've been asking for, but I want, above all, Chelsea to win on the pitch. But what is true is, these men at Clearlake, they're not dumb, they made a lot of money. They've probably got a lot to learn in terms of running Chelsea successfully, and that's, of course, what we all want. Unless you're a Tottenham fan watching this. But we all want Chelsea to win on the pitch. But they are clever money people. And clearly this geezer, Chris Jurasek, is good. Otherwise I wouldn't have brought him in. And like I said, for a decade he's been doing good work with Clearlake. I'm not sure from a fan's perspective. I can't understand necessarily what he's done for Chelsea. To be honest, the names mean nothing to me anymore, you know, and that is like all the names. Do you know what I mean? And maybe this is a negative, one of the negatives of the new Chelsea ownership, that there's been so much turnover from top to bottom, and I include managers, I include players that are kind of not. I mean, maybe this is modern football as well. Like, it just doesn't hit the same, but. You know, a big name, signing Osimhen, like, would have been fun, but it wouldn't have been as fun as it would have been 10 years ago. Do you know what I mean? And again, a big name manager. In fact, big name managers now seem more like poisoned chalices than you know, opportunities. And you know, you got Bayern Munich's going for Vincent Kompany's. Do you know what I mean? Like, the game feels like it's changing. Like, it's more of like, I don't know, a collective identity as an institution rather than these individual figures representing power. And, you know, the same way as like 10 years ago, signing Enzo Maresca would have been an absolute joke. 10, 15 years ago. It would have been a joke for Chelsea. But now it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, again, Vincent Kompany to Bayern Munich. You know, Mikel Arteta to Arsenal. By the way, Mikel Arteta, when he went to Arsenal, he didn't win a championship like Enzo Maresca. He didn't do anything. He was Pep's assistant, and that was it. So Maresca's like, he's been Pep's assistant, but he's also won a league title out on his own. So this is like, the times are changing in that sense, you know. And also, Arteta was absolute pony for 2 years. People forget that. They're like, you know, talking about him now like some sort of managerial genius, and he's done excellent work. But lest we forget, like, Mikel Arteta was favourite for the sack race for so long. He would have been sacked 4 or 5. I was going to say by Roman Abramovich. These owners too, 4 or 5 times over. The game changed a little bit now. And these like big individual names, they don't really mean as much. So I mean players, I mean managers, and indeed, in this case, staff. Do you know what I mean? So many names ins and out. And to the point where I've been desensitized to it, and I don't really care anymore. I do care about an infrastructure being there, which it is. I do like the wage and age thing, great. But I just want to win. Chelsea need to win. All the other stuff, the stories, I'll react to it here on the channel or whatever. But it's just time to be Chelsea again and win, you know? You know, I'm not saying we need to win the Prem this season. I'm not necessarily demanding top 4. Like, if we finish 5th and win the Conference League, I feel... And the players are trending in the right direction by the end of the season. They're scoring like, amazing goals together. I'll probably be happy. I'll be happy with that. Genuinely, I'll be happy with that. But it needs to be like, right, and next season, you know, you add that one extra player that you need. These players are all getting better and better and better. By the time they're 27, all these 24-year-olds, they're going to be ridiculous together. You know? That's what I want. Anyway, let me know what you think, guys. Sorry I'm not in the studio today. I'll be back in the next couple of days. Like I said, there might be another video or so here. But we'll be back soon. All right. Peace.